Hi, Tammy. How are you?
Hey, Sid, I'm great, thanks. How you doing?
I'm good on this beautiful sunny day. Last 2 days were unusually rainy. So, how is it your side?
Oh, it's getting nice and cool. It's 28 degrees. And yesterday I went for a swim in the afternoon and it was about
Oh,
18 degrees. And I was like, yay, we're finally under the 20s. And the water was actually cold. So it was very nice.
wow. That's
Yeah.
unusual. Normally, Dubai
I
water, I
went
would assume. Okay.
Yeah, I went on today's Wednesday. I went on Monday in the morning, and the water's very cold. So
Oh,
in the evening, it was lovely, and it was much cooler, but not as cold as the morning. So definitely we get going into winter and much more manageable weather.
okay. Okay. I was gonna
Mhm.
say that's unusual, the water being cold, because I always thought the Dubai water like normally like bath water, like mild. But does it depend on the season,
Trust
I guess?
Yeah, it depends on the season. But trust me, the water sometimes, I mean, I've been in summer where in
Hmm?
the evening I had to jump out the water because it was like bath water. And remember, when it's hot and the air is dense, you really can't breathe. And to get into hot water, it's not ideal. So sometimes you got to wait. I would normally swim in winter around, sorry, in summer around about 11:30.
All right. All right. That's great. And let's get to today's topic, which is around the beauty industry. And my opening question to you is Dubai is known for its luxury and glamour. How would you describe the overall beauty culture and trends there?
Ooh, Dubai is a haven of cultural, luxurious glam, and it's really trend driven. I've seen and I've heard of things that are really out there, and you wonder, wow, is that really true? Do you really get these things? So they have very advanced aesthetics. Lots of new equipment coming into Dubai from around the world. They also have where they have inclusive of beauty and wellness treatments, and some of the procedures that they do is especially amongst the Arab women. So you don't get a lot of Arab women big onto makeup, so they have something called makeup no makeup.
Oh,
So it's basically like lining your eyes, and they call it lip fillers, where you do the lip filler because generally when you use a lipstick, it actually stains, certain ones stains your lips and your lips get dark in color. So they have the procedure where you can actually have that removed, and it gives you like a very light pinky, very natural look. So they have those kind of things. They have exosome therapy. They have caviar facials, the radio frequency, the micro needling, plasma pens. They also have something called the thread lift. I don't know if you've heard of
oh,
that, but it's like a almost like an invisible thread where they basically put it into your skin, and
oh,
it sort of dissolves. Like to give your eyes and then your crow feet, the smile lines, a lift. So it embeds into your skin, and it's done with doctors, with aesthetic
wow.
doctors. And after a while, it actually dissolves away, so you don't really see that you've had a procedure done, so it looks very, very natural. The other thing that I've seen is, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's cryotherapy, where it's non-invasive liposuction. So it's cryo is fat freezing. So
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what the temperature is, but they actually freeze your fat. And I think like within 3 days, you actually excrete it out. So they're looking at a lot of non-invasive, stuff that where you don't need to go under anesthetic, or you don't need to book yourself into a hospital. Things that can make you work ready within 3 or 4 hours. So there's a big drive on those type of things.
What are some of the most popular beauty treatments or services that people in Dubai love?
So here you would find a lot of the Arab women. They go for their nose jobs. They, as I mentioned, the exosome therapy, the Morpheus 8. I had the pleasure of having a Morpheus 8. Uh, not not that I went out on it. I was actually a model,
Mm.
a face model for a brand
Okay.
that came into Dubai, and it's this. Like an infrared mask that goes onto your face after you do the facial, and it sort of plumps up the face, especially where you have your crow's feet and your smile lines, etc. And so they're also going into laser hair removal as well as growth, because remember the ladies tend to have their scarves on most of the time, and it damages the hair follicles. So they're going into stuff like the mesotherapy, um, the hydrofacials. The Strangely, we had about a month ago, there was a beauty fair here
Mhm.
in the World Trade Center, and majority of the people were men. So men are going
Wow.
big time. Yes, men are going big time into the derma fillers, the I forget what you call it now, where they do the very fine treatment of the beard to have those lines done so perfectly well.
Oh,
And
trimmer. You mean the trimmer?
no, not the trimmer. It's they actually,
Oh.
like if they have the beard and it's got like a straight line, they it's like a almost like a needling, like a micro
Oh.
needling. That's what it's called, the micro needling. So then there's the oxygen facials, the boosters, and what was big at that fair was the Korean products. So the Korean skin has that glass-like effect. So that's very big here. Botox, fillers, skin rejuvenation, laser hair therapies, those are some big common stuff. The other things that they go for is the teeth, where they do the teeth whitening, and then the Invisalign treatment, where they give you like almost like a gum guard, and it sort of puts your teeth together, so it doesn't allow
Yeah.
you to have gaps in your teeth. And yeah, some weird, wonderful, and scary treatments there as well.
All right. I have a question for you in the comments here already. This is from Jitin Rishika. Hi, Tammy. Love the topic today. Dubai has the best beauty products, much advanced into aesthetics, not forgetting skincare products because of the harsh sunlight. What is the best skin product?
Okay, so Rish, especially with me, I don't promote any products unless I'm getting paid for the collab. So the best things that I would, with me transitioning from the South African beauty products to here, the one that I was using in South Africa is not available here, so I had to look at other things that would agree with my skin. I've had some that has dried out my skin, which is too harsh. Like the Korean products don't agree with my skin, it is too harsh.
Okay.
So if you've got your skin barrier is strong enough to withstand that, you can go for the Korean products. You get the cheaper range of them, and the mid tier and the more expensive. So things that I stick to, which is within my budget, is the Body Shop range. So that's stuff that I go to, and it accommodates for the harsh climate here. And one thing, if I can mention, is a must, whether it's a dull day, whether it's a rainy day, or whether you're in winter. Sunblock is so important, especially with global warming, ozone layer depleting. Sunblock is a must with any skincare routine on a daily basis.
How does Dubai approach to beauty and self-care differ from what we see in South Africa?
So, if you look at Dubai, Dubai has more of a global approach, emphasizing on the premium, the top notch products. I would say like the Rolls Royce of the products, and the as I mentioned previously, with technology and aesthetics, with medical treatments, we have the cream of the crop of doctors from around the globe here. So they're very advanced in that. In South Africa, the I would say the market navigates very complex pockets of identities. Where you would get, like if you're in Durban, like in Mshlanga, you would get if you have a salon there, you would get people, the elite of the elite, the ultra high network individuals coming there and making use of your services, etc. So there's a lot that South Africa has not picked up on as yet. And what tends to give South Africa a little bit of a downer is when you import products from abroad, the customs and excise, they really knock you with the charges for the
Hmm.
equipment. So I think that's a downer where South Africa is lacking, or it's a negative on South Africa's side.
Have you noticed a growing demand for sustainable or cruelty-free beauty products in Dubai?
Oh yes, definitely. That's very, very huge. They even the animal, even the testing. The testing on products. They would rather have a human come through as a guinea pig, sign an NDA, sign some sort of consent allowing them to test on their skin, and rather than go into animal testing. They're looking at a lot, the big focus is a lot on vegan products. And I was surprised. I didn't even know there was such a huge vegan, interest with when it came,
Okay.
yeah, when it came to beauty products.
Wow. Have you? Oh, sorry, let me just say, how do regulations in Dubai attract salons, spas, and beauty professionals, especially expats in the industry?
So here, I would say, because it being a Muslim country, the regulations are significantly different. Where
Okay.
you have to adhere to norms, the regulation, cultural um, aesthetics. So sometimes when you go into a salon here, you would find that they have an enclosed off area, and where the ladies here don't want to be seen amongst other people. So they have very private rooms. In terms of setting up a salon, setting up a business here, there are strict rules, regulations, and recommendations from the government entities. You won't really find these salons in the free zones. I have not seen. You might find product suppliers there, but you won't find salons itself. There are so many salons around. Sometimes you'd wonder, how do they actually stay alive? But just out of curiosity, I live just behind the canal. And on the canal, there's a walkway. And where I lived previously, there were 6 salons around me. And I went in there at 10 o'clock in the morning, and almost everyone had 4 to 5 clients in the salon at that part of the morning. And then they open till about 11 at night,
Wow.
allowing for those that are working to come in there. So they have a lot of specifications when you're setting up a salon. They call it fit out. So you know how you set up your premises. Products as well has got to be industry standards, certain norms. Um, and yes, there are what do you call it? Like inspectors, I would say, that come in there, and you can be heavily fined. If you don't conform to the regulations.
Yeah. All right. My final question to you is, for someone looking to start a beauty business or brand in Dubai, what advice would you give based on the current market?
So I would say if you're coming here, do your homework, do your benchmarking, check out, do your market research very, very well. Find out. Ladies want to see something new in the market. They want to go for new trends that nobody else has been for before, and or even if their circle of like where they're having high tea, and somebody comes and says, "Oh, I've had this facial done or that facial done." They want to jump onto the bandwagon. So come through with something that is niche, something that's not really a common thing. And here, what I've noticed is price doesn't matter. For a facial that would cost, say, about 800 Rand in South Africa, you probably going to pay like about 3,000 Rand here, or if
Wow.
not more. Yeah, if not more. And so coming back to the question of securing a business, obtain necessary approvals. Google is so vast. You get everything there. Find out what's the norms, what's the product specifications. I know in South Africa, you get a tiny little shop and somebody's running a beauty salon out of it, or a hair salon, or whatever, barber services. So here there's also, you got to define clearly your space, what you're doing. And they're very, very strict here as well with your trade license. So if you say you are running a beauty salon to just do facials, you can't now go and do hair
Mm.
unless you have a blanket beauty offering where it's hair, nails, makeup, massages, etc. So you need to check those type of things out, because you can be fined if it's one little slip up, and it will cost you a pretty penny. The other thing is you can get cheap labor here. I've worked with a lot of beauticians. You can get cheap labor, especially I've seen South African beauticians, Ugandans, a lot of Filipinos, and Russians. So you can get them to come and work with you, work for you. But you've got to, the expense comes in where you've got to get their visas sorted out,
Mm.
medical insurance, accommodation, etc.
Wow. On that great, awesome note, I'll catch up next week.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Love and light to all the listeners, and we'll catch up next week.